All right, what up? What up, everybody? I'm coming in for a second video in one day. Can you believe it? I mean, I went MIA for like 2 weeks probably, and all of a sudden, I'm doing two videos in one day. I mean, God is good. I got through the Omicron, and now I'm slowly feeling more like myself. And there's things to say, and so I want to say it. I hope that's okay with you guys. If you can see me, hear me, if you're watching, please let me know in the chat. Start talking to me. We're gonna have a conversation. That's what's great about the lives is that we can actually kind of have the discourse back and forth, have more of a relationship feel than just kind of recording into an empty screen and then you watching later. This is way better in so many ways. But I want to talk about some good news that should get people excited. There is obviously threats out there. There's obviously crazy tyranny that we're dealing with. People are scared. People are and crippling fear. It's unfortunate. If I didn't have Jesus, if I didn't know he was on the throne, and if he didn't speak in advance, gave me the news before the news, if that makes sense, the news before the news, to steal a line I believe I've been hearing from Julie Green. If you haven't followed Julie Green Ministries, I'm going to actually point to her recent prophecy. It's only 12 days old. What's up, Sarah? She says, hey, cool video this morning. Appreciate it. Go back and watch that video if you haven't already. We're talking about what's going on with the truckers and the fact that we got 19,000 people from California, 19,000 trucks, excuse me, on their way to Ottawa, Canada. In addition to, I think, 625 from Georgia, several from other states. This is North America, baby. And this is the land of the free, the home of the brave. Even Canada is starting to be like, you know what? We ain't taking this no more. And so I have people from Canada who've seen our videos, who are commenting to me, let me know what's going down. There's still a little confusion. We got some good news, Don. We got some good news. I'm just giving time for some people to come on in. There's been some confusion about what's going on. Did the Canadian government actually do some sort of sanctions on GoFundMe and try to shut down the funding of the truck convoy? I don't know. I don't know. I know that the GoFundMe is up to $5 million, and that's been put to just give resources to the truckers, help them get their gas, the resources they normally would, have, they don't have when they're on strike, right? And I'm hearing they're holding the line. They're like, no, we ain't going nowhere. We're shutting it down until you guys stop the mandates, until you guys stop the tyranny. I feel like there's a dam of tyranny that's been around the whole world, and we're like bursting at the seams, and it's cracking, y'all. It's cracking. Freedom is about to bust out that dam, if that makes some sense. So anyway, you need some good news, Don Temple Walker. Well, I'm about to give you some good news in a second. So if you notice the title for today's live, it said 12 days old prophecy, or it's a prophecy fulfilled. It's about that Supreme Court stepping down, Supreme Court justice that just stepped down. Now, I should have had this article already pulled up. I think I do. Hold on one second. Yeah, let me read a little bit about to you, because I'm going to go back and show you actually I'm going to play the prophecy. So on January 14th, a prophetic voice that I follow on YouTube, you can check her out. It's Julie Green Ministries. She is a friend of Manuel Johnson, who I've come to believe is a true prophet of God. He's already spoken some in the last few months that have come to pass. He talked about how the CEO, the founder of Daystar, he prophesied this like in October. A major leader who owns a Christian network was going to die, and that was going to be a sign of the wealth of the wicked going to the righteous. He prophesied that in October. A couple months later, maybe even less than that, he passes away, the owner of Daystar. So just to give you a little update as to who these people are and that they have some credibility there. Well, he vouches for Julie Green, so I started following her. And man, if she's not getting some things right in a short period of time, what's funny about prophecy most of the time is that you got to wait months, years, long periods. But I think the times are getting close to hitting here. And so it's starting to happen a lot quicker. So what am I talking about? Breaking: Justice Stephen Breyer, who was appointed by the Clinton administration, is set to retire. So he's a Democrat. So it'd be nice that he would retire when we can replace him with the conservative. But the good news is this was spoken about on January 14th of 2022. We're talking 12 days ago. Okay. I think she uploaded it maybe 2 days later. But the point is, just a few days ago, Julie Green said that the Lord is going to be changing and putting in the people he wants in the Supreme Court, and he's taking off the puppet strings where they're going to be free to actually protect the Constitution of the United States. It's really good news. This was spoken of with daggone accuracy. And then he went on to say, the Lord said through this prophetess, Julie Green, that watch, one of them is going to step down. So they're talking about like this is imminent, like within days or weeks or whatever. That's the tone of the prophecy. So anyway, I wanted to play it for you guys and let you guys know the prophecy is being fulfilled. And I hope that this is an encourager, Okay. So I need your help. If you're watching on here, Seraph, you said I just posted that represented in a meme. The dam is crumbling. That's awesome. That's awesome. Holy Spirit. So let me just say this real fast. I'm going to play this. I need your help, Seraph and Don Temple Walker, whoever's on here watching. Comment to me. Tell me if you can hear it. I'm playing it, not necessarily with the best equipment. I'm playing it in the background, but I had it pulled up before I got on here. I want y'all to hear this prophecy. It's about 12 days old, like I said before. And today, what just came out, I believe it's prophecy being fulfilled. And if that's true, if it truly is a real word of the Lord, the rest of what she says you need to hear. You hear what I'm saying? Let me know if you can hear this. Okay, I'm going to try to turn up the volume, and then I need your help. If you can't hear it, I'll probably have to stop it. Check it out. This is her reading her prophecy. She tends to hear the Lord. She'll write down and document it immediately, and then she'll come on and read what the Lord said. Check it out.
Government more in this hour. They see the writing on the wall.
Can you hear that? She's talking. Help me out, Seraph. Can you hear that?
Puppet masters were for a short time controlling what and how of the justices ruled. They were forced to turn their backs on the elections because, one, I did not want them taking credit. Two, also the puppet masters blackmailed, threatened their lives and the lives of family. So a few had to rule in the ways they never wanted to. Watch the boldness come forth out of the Supreme Court. I am making the highest court in the land powerful once again. But first, I will remove and cleanse the justices, the ones that don't belong there. I will remove by my hand. One will step down on his own.
Did you hear it?
The truth that is coming for him. He knows he cannot stay in that seat of power any longer. The Supreme Court will be filled with people who love me and who will stand for the Constitution. Once again, justice is coming in a magnitude never seen on this earth before. Again, that prophecy was from January 14th of 2022. So just 12
Let me back that.
down.
Let me hear that part, which is one will come down.
I will remove by my hand. One will step down on his own because of the truth that is coming for him. He knows he cannot stay in that seat of power any longer. The Supreme Court will be filled with people who love me and who will stand for the Constitution. Once again, justice is coming in a magnitude never seen on this earth before.
I gotta play it again.
One will step down.
Woo! One will step down. One will step down. 4 words, beautiful words in the middle of that prophecy. Yes. Are you hearing what was said as a sign that his hand is doing it and that justice is coming? It's a sign. This was given. I cannot tell you. I'm not lying to you. You can go back and look when the video was, and I can get into that later. January 14th, 2022. Okay. Not 2021, not way back in the past. We don't have to go back and look up an old Kim Clement prophecy from 2009 and try to guess, is this what the time he was talking about? We talking like 10 days ago, 12 days ago, I guess. All right. And today, prophecy was fulfilled. So some people always say, well, how do you test it? And all these people are false prophets and blah, 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 blah. Okay, one of the practical ways you can test to see whether a prophecy is actually from the Lord is, do their words come to pass? Do they have any sort of track record? I'm telling you, explain to me the accuracy and the timing of that. I mean, who says, as far as I'm concerned, Supreme Court justices don't step down every month, every year necessarily. Do they step down every decade? They don't step down that often. No. It's a good gig. Why would you step down? And all of a sudden, one of these definitely, I would say not on the up and up Supreme Court justices, a Democrat appointed by Clinton, stepped down 12 days after this word was given. Let's see what you guys have to say on this. I'm just curious. Am I making too much of this? Don't think so. But what do you guys think? All right. Sorry, logged on late. Who was it? So Julie Green Ministries, you can look her up on YouTube. Julie Green Ministries. She is a friend of Manuel Johnson. Both are accurate prophets according to my discernment. Julie Green prophesied January the 14th. We're talking 12 days ago. And she just put up a video to remind people, God just said this like a couple of weeks ago. Okay. That one Supreme Court justice will step down. He's changing his hand to get the Supreme Court to get in a position where they're free from the puppet masters and they are going to start protecting the Constitution. I think that's why you're starting to see them shooting down the mandates too, getting emboldened when they don't feel like their lives are at risk. And so I'm sharing it with you guys to encourage you guys, especially those who are of faith, who understand that the God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And he sent prophets in the days of old to inform the king on what the will of the Lord is. And I don't think that really meant to change. I think that the demons that crept into the church system decided to squelch out the Holy Spirit, and that you see where that's led: tyranny, mandates, craziness, crazy sauce. So anyway, if you're just joining on, what up, Terry? What up, Tina? What up, Mama T in the house to catch you guys up? Okay, must catch you guys up. Yeah, must be aware of seducing spirits. I definitely agree. But I'm just telling you, I've searched the matter out for a minute. And so I believe that this is legit. Okay. And so you got to search that out for yourself. It's between you and the Lord. But it is our responsibility, if there really is a true word of the Lord, that we can't just be like, oh, well, God was very harsh in scripture for those who actually heard the word of the Lord and they just dismissed it. One of the times he said, if you don't believe Elijah or the prophets, they won't believe even if someone raises from the dead. They're screwed. That's basically what the Bible says. All right. So anyway, what up, Terry? Thanks. You're so kind. Just stepping in. How's everybody doing? All right. So real quick, I'm going to do, yes, she did. She also had two prophecies that were fulfilled. So she did one prophecy also talking about I actually had that pulled up, talking about look to the Mediterranean Sea. When you see the stuff about the Mediterranean Sea in the news, because God gives us the news before the news. When you see the stuff show up about the Mediterranean in the news, that's a sign that truth is about to avalanche on us. And by the way, there is an article I have to read to you about the Mediterranean that came out. This came out January the 21st. It says U.S. sends aircraft carrier group to the Mediterranean as Russia threat looms. Pretty good timing. In fact, this word that she got about the Mediterranean, and when you hear about the Mediterranean, that's going to be a sign that there's an avalanche of truth coming, was like, I think the day before. So the other one was 12-day-old prophecy. That one was about a 1-day-old prophecy as far as when she said it versus when some of this stuff started coming out. So I can see somebody who's a skeptic, like, oh yeah, maybe she read an article and made it up. I've seen too many other things that I don't believe that. But going back to the main prophecy I'm talking about today, what up, y'all? There was breaking news today that the Supreme Court Justice, let me make sure I got the name right, okay? Stephen Breyer, Breyer, is going to retire from the Supreme Court. He was appointed by Bill Clinton in the 90s, and he's a liberal. So, I mean, it's not like we're losing a Republican and then Biden can put in another liberal. It's still going to be like 6-3 Republican, I believe, the Supreme Court. But he was far left. And so we're not even worried about the replacing of it. I don't even know if Biden's going to hang in there much longer, according to my belief system, but that's what it is. The point is, the prophecy was 12 days old, folks. Flat out said, look, God's going to move his hand. He wants righteousness on the Supreme Court, and one will step down. And we're talking within 2 weeks, folks. So if you're just not coming on, I'm going to play it for you guys. Let me know if you can hear it. Some of y'all came in a little after the fact, all right? So I'm going to start with I'm skipping halfway through. She's prophesying about the Supreme Court. Listen carefully, and I'll point out where she talks about the one will step down. Listen.
Watch the bonus come forth out of the Supreme Court. I am making the highest court in the land powerful once again. But first, I will remove and cleanse the justices, the ones that don't belong there.
Can y'all hear?
I will remove by my hand. One will step down on his own because of the truth that is coming for him. He knows he cannot stay in that seat of power any longer. The Supreme Court will be filled with people who love me and who will stand for the Constitution. Once again, justice is coming in a magnitude never seen on this earth before. Again, that prophecy was from January 14th.
January 14th.
2022, so just 12 days ago.
12 days ago.
It just broke a few minutes ago. It said,
let me play it again. One will step down. Listen.
I will remove by my hand. One will step down on his own because of the truth that is coming for him. He knows he cannot stay in that seat of power any longer. The Supreme Court will be filled with people who love me and who will stand for the Constitution. Once again, justice is coming in a magnitude never seen on this earth before.
Justice is coming on a magnitude at a level that has never been seen before, folks. Did you hear the words? Did you hear with incredible accuracy 12 days ago? Somebody just decided, I'm going to go on a limb here and say one will step down. Okay. And it happened within 10 days. All right. So, um, people, guys, it's a lot easier to get through this stuff if you can look at it through heaven's eyes. If you can look at it from God's perspective. He ain't scared. He ain't scared. He's not nervous. He's not rushed. He knows exactly what's going to happen. He has it all planned out. He already has the victory, and I already won, and I'm speaking from victory. I went to the future, and now I'm back, and I'm looking good, man. I looked at myself. I got money in the bank. I got tyranny gone. I got taxes lowered. I got 45 back. Oh, in the future, Chris is having a good time. We're ruling and reigning and bringing the ideas that need to happen and getting the devil out of these systems. That's where I am here. Does that make sense? Kim Clement, you say, I'm somewhere in the future and I look much better than I do right now. I'm somewhere in the future and I look much better than I do right now. I got to chant that to myself sometimes because I'm in the future and I look much better than I do right now. And I'm already starting to look better already because I'm getting in a better mood and my facial expressions just hopefully beam it. It's good, baby. So what we're saying, to recap, there's been two prophecies that have been fulfilled in the last 5 or 6 days, and even today, where we talked about look to the Mediterranean. When those news comes out, it's going to be the sign of an avalanche of truth about to come out. You're already seeing truth come out. You're already seeing the whole world be like, you know what? This mandate crap sucks. This stuff they're doing don't work. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? The whole world's starting to wake up. Even the leftiest loonies are starting to wake up. You got whole countries. I think I just heard Germany, UK. There's like two others that are all dropping their mandates. They're like, you know what? What is the point of doing this? It's crazy sauce. You got Canada, which has been known to be apathetic. Sorry if you're from Canada, but that's kind of like, the stereotype. I'm not saying that's what it really is, but, they are showing Americans what it is to unify and to take back their country. Okay. And they ain't going nowhere, those truckers. I'm hearing that if you didn't watch today's video, just to catch you up, I'm hearing that patriots are coming out from the woodworks. You got over 500,000 people and counting that are planning to be there by Saturday, and they're opening up their homes to these truckers. They're letting them shower. They're giving them meals. They're filling up their gas. They're just doing it, baby. And guess what? I've always said this. You get out of life what you have the leverage to negotiate. You get out of life what you have the leverage to negotiate. If you shut down all transportation of goods to where people can't get their food and people can't, even the rich elites who are snobs, can't function and it affects them, guess what? They tend to comply. It's called leverage. Canada's getting leverage. America's getting leverage. And you get out of life what you had the leverage to negotiate. So anyway, reading a little bit of you guys. Terry said Trump won. No kidding. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Trump won. I'm into that. I love you, America. Where we go one, we go all, for sure. Lone Wolf says Trump was elected president by you and is anointed of God, shall be seated in his rightful place. I agree. Speak it to pass. I've been telling y'all forever. I've been seeing 45 everywhere. Today, I'll check something, but 45 minutes ago, somebody posted this. Oh, this is blah, blah, blah. It's 45 minutes long. 45 likes, 45 comments were put here. I always see it. God does that with me. You got to learn how God and y'all's relationship is and how he speaks to you. But that's just something he's done with me consistently. Like I'll look up and I see 45, or I look up and I see whatever it is he's trying to communicate to me. And I'm telling you, like for me in my own heart, I had that dream. I remember in July, go back and watch it. It's in the comments, flat out showing me at the last minute, Trump takes over. But there's going to be retaliation. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be a war, and Tifa's going to do crap. Okay. But people are giving up faith. If you didn't see the video, go back and watch it. But in my dream, I was going up this spiraling staircase, and on the railings it said Biden, 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 Biden. There's a bunch of people kind of following behind me or going with me up the group, and a lot of people are getting off the stairwell because they were getting tired of seeing Biden. And eventually, I got a text message. Actually, someone said, "Keep going. It's not what you think." And when I got to like the third level, all of a sudden the railing said Trump, 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 Trump at the very top. And when those people got to the top, got to see him coming back in. And I just don't think I know that's from the Lord. I don't know what else to tell you. We're all made of divine. Much love, y'all. So anyway, we got to keep the fight going, but I just want to give y'all encouragement. That was my heart for coming on the live today. I'm telling you, did you hear the? I mean, do I need to go? Do I need to play it again? I played it so many times because sometimes you just got to hear it. Marketers know this. They know you got to hear the commercial 10 times before you do anything. You're not going to go buy that taco till they've seen like 10 Taco Bell commercials. It's a science here. You got to hear it a few times. Listen what was said about 10, 12 days ago, and then look at the news report of what happened today. I can read both to you. Listen.
I will remove by my hand.
Mm.
One will step down on his own.
Did she say one will step down or two will step down? I don't know if I heard that. How many did she say we're going to step down? What did we just find out today about how many Supreme Court justices stepped down? Does anyone know? Huh? Let me rewind that a little bit. I'm still thinking y'all aren't hearing this. Listen.
I will remove by my hand.
By my hand.
One will step down on his own because of the truth that is coming for him.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot stay in that seat of power any longer. The Supreme Court will be filled with people who love me and who will stand for the Constitution. Once again, justice is coming in a magnitude never seen on this earth before. Again, that prophecy was from January 14th.
January 14th of 2022, like this year, like 12 days ago. And it says right here, it came out today at about 11 a.m. Justice Stephen Breyer to retire from the Supreme Court. 83-year-old Justice Stephen Breyer will retire from the U.S. Supreme Court at the end of the current term after 27 years on the bench. Breyer, who was nominated by Bill Clinton, is currently one of 3 liberal justices serving on the highest court of the land. Breyer's retirement, while the Democrats control the Senate, will allow Joe Biden to appoint a far left justice to replace him. We'll see what God does. God said before him being stepped down that he wanted to put in righteousness in the Supreme Court. So we'll see if that even comes to pass as far as Joe Biden getting a pick. But Joe Biden has pledged to nominate a black woman in the Supreme Court because it's all about identity politics with the left. Oh, it's not about who's most qualified, who's going to do best for the country. No, you must be black because I have to put a check mark somewhere that says I have a black person and I have a Hispanic person and I have a this and I have diversity, and that's more important than actually getting somebody qualified. Another subject for another day. Breyer is one of the 3 remaining liberal justices, and his decision to retire, for some reason, after 27 years on the court, allows Biden to appoint a successor. Doesn't matter because it's still going to be a 6-3 split as far as the Supreme Court is concerned, folks. So that is the update as far as prophecy fulfillment, in addition to another prophecy that the same lady just fulfilled, we saw fulfilled, about the Mediterranean and the fact, and that there's multiple stories going out as far as, this. They're noticing the pandemic is not working the way they planned, so they got to come up with something else to distract the people. So they're like, let's start a war with Russia. Let's start, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. So anyway, much love to everybody on the feed today. I just wanted to touch base with you guys and give y'all encouragement. Go back and watch the last couple of videos I did this week about the truckers in Ottawa or heading there. It's something else, y'all. They aren't playing around. And as an update, as far as the whole freezing the GoFundMe account issue, I had someone from Canada who was really close to the source was telling me that the government, excuse me, I'm getting hot. The government was doing this, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were. But the latest I read, they're backtracking at least, and they released a spokesman. When I say they, I mean GoFundMe. A spokesman from GoFundMe is officially saying that, no, we just temporarily froze their funds that has $5 million in it, so we could find out how they were going to be spending the money. But now they have access to it. That's the official story we're getting from GoFundMe. I'm not buying it. I think Trudeau and the government had a little pressure they were putting on there, in my opinion. And so they got it froze, and then they kind of maybe hit some legal whatever. And they're like, maybe we shouldn't do that. I don't know how that works. I'm just saying that's what the official story is. And now think for yourself about what you think the real story is. I mean, that's what we have to do. You can see the lies. I mean, the local mainstream media outlet, at least one of them, in Canada was claiming that there was a huge convoy of trucks headed to Ottawa because they were protesting unsafe road conditions. $500,000, 500,000 people are galvanizing and with that much passion, donating gas because, we care about the driving conditions for the first time in trucking industry history. I mean, they're not even attempting to give it even semi-believable lie at this point. Just a couple years ago, In 2020, at least, yeah, I could tell there are lies, right? Because patriots can see through the bull, but they at least were a little bit sneaky. Now they figured out, a percentage of the population is so dumb, diddy dum 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 dum, as Tom McDonald put it, dumb dum 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 duddy dum dum dum, you're dumb to dum dum. Not you, but some people that they can just say nonsense like this because they know people can't even take the time to be like, would people get passionate and up in arms and spend their own personal money, raise $5 million, and come out in about 500,000 and plus counting because people are that upset about unsafe road conditions for truckers? They know people aren't gonna. No, what they are, they're mad as that we have these mandates, that the freedom's been taken away, that communism's been ushered in, that they've been making backdoor deals, enriching themselves by China and then selling out the country. Okay. There's a reason I kept saying we got to teach kids how to think and reason, or else we'll keep electing those guilty of treason. That's what's been happening. Okay. The whole public education system has been put in place for decades to keep you dumb, to just say yes, believe what you're told, not do your own thinking. Can't happen anymore. Got to change it. Got to change it. So, anyway, love you guys. Terry says, I love you, Chris, but I have to go. Until next time, you're the best. Appreciate you, Terry. Love you back. So good to hear from you, Tina, for sure. Keep the fight up. Praying for you. I know you got important February coming up, and we all got important February coming up because I think things are going to get real. There probably will be, unfortunately, some casualties in different ways, but we still have to fight the fight that always happens in war, and we know we're going to win it. Okay. We already did win it. I'm fighting from victory, not for victory. That's the benefit of faith. And we get the news before the news. That's just what it is. Go follow Julie Green before I jump off here. I'm going to put it in here on YouTube. Julie Green Ministries. I just sent it to you guys in the chat. Go follow her on YouTube. You can watch the latest, I think 2 uploads she did were all about prophecies, recent prophecies that are literally being fulfilled today or were just fulfilled. And you can think for yourself and tell me if you think that's coincidence or not. And, go check out the rest of what she's had to say. It's very encouraging. And, keep an eye on it. She did a prophecy in December. I remember talking about watch for the skies when they ground the planes. There's actually military operations going in. And then within like 6 days, the news report was out. Delta cancels 5,000 flights. All these companies were canceling flights, saying that it was all about the increase in Omicron. Wasn't buying it then. Don't buy it now. Prophecy fulfilled, baby. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment. Maybe completely disagree with me. Think I'm off my rocker. That's fine. But that's just what I believe. And you got to work out your own salvation for yourself. You got to think for yourself. You got to decide what you believe. And that's fine. I'm not pushing that on anybody. But for those of y'all who did find some encouragement in this, I hope that that gives you some wind in your sails and gives you some belief. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. Okay. You have to have hope before you. And so when we have a win, when we see God's hand move, when we see things from his perspective, he always gives you a positive vision of the future because it drives you toward that future with some life in your bones. If you don't think anything's good's going to happen, you're just going to get the life sucked out of you. I can't live that way. I got to have hope set before me. Jesus Christ, it says, for the hope set before him, Christ endured the cross. He had a hope set before him to endure hard times. So we got to have a hope set before us to endure tough times. That's just what it is. So anyway, y'all stay safe. I hope you're tracking what I was trying to explain. Raider Game says, did anyone catch the symbolism in the NFL this weekend? It was a weekend of upsets. That's funny. I did not notice that. David says church has not pushed against mandates in most cases, have allowed churches to be shut down due to COVID mandates. Yeah, well, we're going to find out who the real church is, David, and who isn't. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who can start a 501c3 and then read a book. And there's some people who search the Lord and go after him and give him their heart, Anyway, love you guys. I'm going to keep it short. We're about 30 minutes. It wasn't too short. But anyway, good news. Prophecy fulfilled till the wheels fall off, baby. I got it right here. Pray. You can pick it up at the Mega Man merch store. Pray till the wheels fall off, baby. And do something and go after freedom. All right. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.